name is Genevieve with Fitty Foodlicious, where I blog and write about fitness, food, and how we can heal our bodies through the use of food. I'm also a recipe and content creator, and today I've got something really special for you that I'm super excited about, that I think you guys are going to be super excited about too. We are making dun 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 dun. Can you guess? Can you guess by the ingredients? Homemade marshmallows! Woo! And my theme is going to be St. Patrick's Day themed. I'm super excited. We are using Vital Proteins beef gelatin to make homemade marshmallows from scratch. So, who's ready to get started? Okay, so I love marshmallows, and I was always like, oh my gosh, it's so hard to make marshmallows. But it's actually super simple with just a few ingredients. You'll be making your own marshmallows in no time. So first things first, you do need a candy thermometer. So make sure you have one of these. You can buy them super cheap on Amazon. We also need our beef gelatin. You're going to need maple syrup, because these are healthier marshmallows, so we're not using refined sugar, we're using maple syrup. You're going to need arrowroot powder, sea salt, vanilla extract, or you can use vanilla bean, powdered sugar. You're going to need a pan to start your gelatin in, a sifter, measuring cups, a big measuring cup, and I'm using a stand mixer. I am also breaking my own rules. I'm using food coloring today, but you don't have to use food coloring, but these are shamrock marshmallows, so we're using food coloring because they're St. Patrick's Day themed. So this is super simple. It's really easy. You really don't need to panic because I am here to save the day. I'm here to show you how to make easy, healthier version of marshmallows, which is why we are using arrowroot powder and organic powdered sugar instead of using cornstarch or corn syrup. No corn syrup. These are no corn syrup marshmallows. So let's do this, guys. First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to prep your beef gelatin because we want to make it flour. So we're going to pour half of a cup of water into a stand mixer. Just remove your little mixer for now, just like so. And then we're going to do 3 tablespoons of beef gelatin. 3 tablespoons. So I've got my little tablespoon thingy. So we've got 1, 2. You gotta have beef gelatin for this. And don't mess with your water. Just let it do its thing. So you're gonna wanna let it flour. So just set that aside for now, let it flour. That's how you make marshmallows. So I've added half a cup of water to my stovetop, and now I'm going to add 1 cup of maple syrup. So we're gonna add 1 cup of maple syrup. And I like to use maple syrup because these are healthier marshmallows, but you can use corn syrup if you want, but I don't recommend it. So we're gonna add our maple syrup like so. Just let that get all in there. This is super simple, I'm telling you guys. It is way simpler than you think. All right, so there is my maple syrup, and now I'm going to add my salt. And we're doing about 1/3 of a teaspoon of salt. 1/4 of a teaspoon. I'm just gonna eyeball it. All right, so we're gonna turn on our burner, and we want this to go over medium heat. So I'm gonna put it at 180, and we're gonna wait for it to get to 240. So I've got my candy thermometer, and you're just gonna stick it in there like so. That's literally all you do. You just stick it in there and let it do its thing. I wonder if that would clip. Okay, so I'm gonna prep everything else. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're gonna stir the mixture for 1 minute while our candy thermometer's in there. Just gonna let it do its thing, let it stir. Stir it, stir it. I'm stirring my mixture for my marshmallows. Just stir away. You don't want to overstir, so really only do it for a minute, because if you do it too long, it could boil over. So stirring later in the process can cause the water to boil over, and we don't want to do that. So we're just going to stir, stir, stir. All that's mixing really well. That's looking good. And just be patient. That's why you've got the candy thermometer, so no need to panic. I'm gonna stir it for about, I don't know, 30 more seconds? 30, 29, 28, just kidding. Okay, that's been about a minute. Just let it do its thing. I know you're like, oh my God, what's gonna happen next? But seriously, just let it do its thing. While we are waiting for our candy thermometer to do its thing, I'm going to prep my arrowroot powder. So you're gonna need about half of a cup of arrowroot powder. It's messy. And you definitely wanna measure it out. I'm actually gonna pop this guy off. See if I can do this. There we go. So you literally pour, this is gonna be the whole jar of arrowroot powder into the bowl like so. There we go. So we use the whole jar, that's okay. I like arrowroot powder over cornstarch because this is non-irritated and all natural, but if you want to use cornstarch, you are more than welcome to it. And we're gonna check on that. We're at about 170. So now we're going to use a half a cup of powdered sugar. And you need the powdered sugar and the arrowroot powder, one, because you want your marshmallows to be sweet, and two, it helps them mold together. So it keeps them from sticking to the baking pan and all that good stuff. So I'm just gonna use my little teaspoon thing and mix it together. All right, now this is prepped. This is gonna be awesome. I'm making a mess. That's okay, that's what Pretty Foodlicious is for, making messes. I'm gonna clean this up, I'll be back. So turn your stand mixer on low. Let it do, and slowly pour in your candy mixture. Nice and slow. And then we're gonna go higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. So make sure everything's in there. So fluff looks ready. So I added my food coloring, and now we've just gotta get it into the pan as quickly as possible. I've got my prepped pan right here and a slotted spoon. So we're literally just gonna pour it into the parchment paper, which already has the arrowroot powder and the powdered sugar mixture. So you don't need to get fancy. You literally just wanna pour it in there because, like I said, it starts to set almost immediately. So don't even worry about getting it all in there, because you just wanna get it out and transferred as quickly as possible. And then you're gonna take your slotted spoon and just space it out like so. Look at that. That's looking good. And like I said, you gotta go quick, because look, they're already starting to set. So just take your slotted spoon, and you really do wanna have a slotted spoon if at all possible. These look fantastic. I'm just gonna spread them out as much as we can onto this 9x9 baking pan, because we want our marshmallows to turn out as square as possible. Just like that. These are looking great, guys. Okay, so now we're going to take a little bit more powdered sugar, and you're just gonna put some over the top. While it sets, just like that. Perfect. This is gonna be so good. Just like that. Take your powdered sugar, put it over the top like so, and then you're not gonna refrigerate these. You let them sit out for about 6 hours, but it sets really fast using that beef gelatin, so it's probably not even gonna take that long. But we will check back on these guys in 6 hours, and we will cut them into marshmallows, and then we're gonna add a little bit more powdered sugar, and then voila, you have just made homemade marshmallows. Check that out. All right, guys, I'll see you back here in 6 hours. I'm gonna finish cutting these. Thank you, guys. Be sure to like, subscribe, marshmallow, and share this link with your friends and family. I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!